Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. Today we are getting into a band called Within Temptation with their song Paradise featuring the amazing Tarja, former vocalist of Nightwish. This was requested over my Buy Me a Coffee. If you'd like to make a request, the link for my Buy Me a Coffee is in the description and the comments. Let's just get straight into this and see what kind of sound we're working with. Like what kind of genre? Is it metal? Is it sort of more symphonic? Is it like Nightwish? I have no idea, so let's just jump straight in and find out. Ooh, here we go. Has anybody here played the game Fallout 4? Because I really feel like I'm in that game right now. We have this post-apocalyptic world, sort of post-nuclear war, and some of the scenes themselves, they really remind me of Fallout 4. But yeah, like coming in with these sinister staccato strings straight away, like beautiful organic sound, and then I feel we're dropping into something big here, aren't we? Wow, this is a really nice sonic experience, isn't it? There's so many layers to it. And you've got, you know, these kind of like heavy metal layers. You have this orchestral, symphonic kind of texture going on. But you also have this kind of like dance element, like electronic music going on as well, like these little bits. But they're all so like, it's so well produced and well mixed. It all kind of blends really beautifully together. And Ty's voice, you know, we know how amazing she is, but it's so smooth, and it makes such a nice kind of juxtaposition against the sort of the crunchiness of the distorted metal sound. You know, I really like the kind of contrast that her voice provides against that kind of backdrop, and I feel that the strings and orchestral layers really merge them and blend them really beautifully together. She has a really nice voice as well. Let me know in the comments, what's the name of the lead singer of Within Temptation? Really nice voice, blends beautifully with Tarja's voice. They really complement each other when they're harmonizing together and when they're kind of passing the baton back and forth of who's taking the lead. It's a real smooth transition from vocalist to vocalist, isn't it?
The
This is a really, really big song. There are certain parts I really like. Very low in the mix, there's like a male, like screaming vocal, but it's like really low down behind the lead vocals. But it's very impactful. You know, it kind of does a lot to sort of lift and give more kind of depth to the vocal performance. And it's such a nice arrangement with the band setup and the orchestral setup of how they kind of like they're always kind of swaying motions. Some parts are coming forward further in the mix at different sections. They're kind of taking it in turns, but it's kind of this nice sort of waving in and out of these different instrumentations in order to kind of convey the different feelings and sounds they want to convey. It's really, really cool. Wow. That was something. I mean, they haven't just created a song here, they've created a whole like universe, haven't they? They've created a whole fantasy franchise within this music video. That's really like it's sort of this Hollywood blockbuster that sucks you in, and you know, it's it's very interesting between sort of creating music and creating music videos because as a composer, when I see a video like this, I imagine what I would compose to it orchestrally, what kind of textures would I get in there to like sort of bring the feeling of it to life. And it's very much the other way around when you're a band and you're creating a music video. It's where we have this sound. How can we visually bring this music to life? And I think they've done a superb job of doing that. You know what I mean? Like they've created this epic piece of music that grows and swells with these beautiful orchestral elements and an awesome hook and like these kind of industrial textures. And then they've brought that together and then come up with this video that like really, this is the kind of thing you would imagine, right? When listening to this, it's got that, it's got that grittiness to it. The band sound, they remind me a little bit of Rammstein. in the kind of guitar tone and the sort of rhythms they're using. Let me know if you agree with me there on the comments. It's just one of the first things that kind of comes to mind. It may be somewhat their sort of band aesthetic as well, you know, with the goggles and everything and like that kind of look. Maybe that's what's doing it as well. But you know, like I certainly see potentially an influence there from those bands. That was a really, really, really cool song, and cool to hear Tarja sing on a different kind of track. I've only heard one Tarja Nightwish performance so far, and it was a very like mellow one. It was very, very chill. So cool to hear this with these like, you know, this kind of chugging like hard kind of, you know, proper like metal song, you know. I really, really enjoyed that, and I'll be interested to hear more Within Temptation. So do let me know in the comments, like, what do you think I should listen to next? And be sure to hit subscribe if you enjoy my reaction videos. And if you'd like to make a request, as I say, I have Buy Me a Coffee. And if you want access to loads more reactions, like if there's a copyright issue and anything has to get taken down or anything like that, I have a Patreon that's only $1 a month where you can access my whole back catalogue and loads of exclusive stuff as well. So I'd love to see you in there. As always, everybody, take care. Peace and love.